Hello. Hello. As you guys come in, we're going to get ready to do this quick little reading. I don't know how quick it's going to be, but we're going to get ready to do this reading for you, Pisces, to see what you guys need to know, to see what the messages are from Spirit. I hope you guys are doing well as you come in. Be sure to get some hearts in the room. Let's surround the room with love, positive vibes, positive energy, so that we can get these messages unobstructed, okay? So I've been on this Game of Thrones kick lately. I rewatched all 8 seasons of Game of Thrones because I have the Game of Thrones deck. Interesting. I have the Game of Thrones deck. And at the bottom right now is the 8 of Cups. So, very interesting. That is your energy. I didn't know that was down there. I shuffled it and just put it down. Okay? Hey, Pie. Yes, let's get the hearts going, you guys. I am so tired. Oh my God. Yes, thank you for the heart me. We're going to get these messages, you guys. Okay. So just a bit of housekeeping. Y'all be sure to follow me if you have not followed me up there, okay? If you're watching this on playback, subscribe, follow, whatever the situation is. Okay. Let me drink some water, child. Because I just got done with Pisces monthly readings. If you don't know, I have several YouTube channels, and one of them is called the Nutcase Network. And over there, I do monthly readings for every zodiac sign. So if you have other signs in your chart and you want to get a full picture of what's going on, you can check me out. The link in my bio is going to take you to my LINKTREE, which is going to be basically where you can find all of my channels and stuff. Hey, and wait, I think you're Amy. Sorry. Hey, Amy. Let me get my chat up so I can see you guys more clearly because it is so far away. Oh my God. Thank you for being here. All of you guys be sure to come in. We just getting started. We just getting started. Okay, you're going to check that out. Thank you so much. Why is it not showing that I'm live on here though? Because I just wanted to click on it and be able to see what's going on. There it is. It finally popped up. Okay, so I got the chat over here. Now I can see what y'all are saying. It's good to see you too, Amy. Okay, so also, before we get started, I want you guys to know to follow your intuition. Do not bring anything into your life that does not belong, okay? I'm just letting you guys know right now that there could be some, now this could be a channel message, but there could be some illusions coming back up to kind of like rear their ugly head. There's this energy of things that were illusions in the past for you, or illusions that people tried to get you to believe in the past that you kind of overcame, could be showing back up in a more, I want to say, severe or a more visceral form. This is not anything for you to be scared of, just something for you to be prepared of. That is my motto. Don't be scared, be prepared. Why be scared when you can be prepared, okay? But just know that your intuition is going to be the best gauge to guide what you need to believe, what you need to put energy into, and what you can safely ignore, okay? Oh, yes. Amy said you always watch my YouTube. Thank you. Child, I'm a YouTube OG. Even though they try to suppress me and hide me over there. But it could be, it's protection. So I'm not complaining. But we're going to go ahead and get started for Pisces, okay? So use your intuition. Even if you believe what I say, even if you agree with what I say, even if what I say resonates with you, and you may be feeling the same way as what I'm speaking about, please do not unnecessarily bring anything into your life, because you may be on a different path and a different timeline than some of the other people who are watching, and you don't want to bring something back into your life that you don't need, okay? So y'all be sure to share the live. Share the live if you know somebody that needs to hear it or see it. Follow me if you're not already following me. And let's just keep getting the hearts. Y'all, let's try to get up to 1,000 hearts, okay? I'm going to do a full reading for you guys as if I was doing it on YouTube. A lot of my videos are camera facing the cards, but I do a bunch of different stuff. So thanks, Ray, for the follow. I appreciate it. Hey, Via. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. V. I'm going to just call you V. Hey, V. Yes, Pi. Tarot responsibly. Always watch tarot responsibly because there's a lot of scammers. Also, I guess this is a little channel message as well. A little bit of channel message, a little bit of like experience. There are going to be a lot of people, y'all, in the coming years, maybe even months, I heard, that are going to be gallivanting and perpetrating as if they are experts in situations, as if they know everything. I'm telling you right now, I don't care how psychic somebody says they are or how psychic they think they are. Even for me, I know that I'm going to have to become a student again. I know that I'm going to have to learn all over again in the coming months and years. This is going to be a time where we're being shown a new way of life and a new way of doing things. And if you're not careful, you can get caught up in certain activities. Wasn't it called the Mansons or something? Things like that. You don't want to get caught up in things like that start with a C, U, L, T. Okay. We are already at 1,000 likes. Thank you guys so much. Okay. You don't want to get caught up in stuff like that, you guys. Okay. So I'm just telling you, your intuition is going to be the best gauge and guide of what you need to do moving forward. But let's go ahead and see. Guardian angels. These are messages that Spirit feels like you need to know right now, okay? So this may be time sensitive for some reason. I just felt like I had to go live tonight for you guys. But let's see. Guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God, for Pisces who are watching now or later. Let me clear my throat. Okay. What does Pisces need to know, Spirit? What is the message for Pisces at this time? Okay. Transformation. So basically, this is a card. Listen, this is a card of metamorphosis, okay? Going from a tadpole to a frog, evolving from a little baby fish to a big shark. This could be about decisions as well, because it's card number 20. If you see on the top of the card, it's a 20 on the card. Okay, which simplifies down to a 2. For me, this is how I read as well. Okay, so if you see anybody read differently than what I do, that's fine. That's them. This is me. Who are you? Okay, but transformation. This could also be Scorpio energy, Scorpio season. This could have been very significant. Okay, the 20th of November, the 2nd of November, any date that equals, I guess, a 2. Maybe you could say the 11th, but that's more like a master number. So I don't know if that really counts. But this is about a transformative energy. This is also about you alchemizing things in your life to basically receive the result that you want, or bring to fruition the result that you want when it comes to what you're manifesting. And of course, at the bottom of the deck, we have conflict. Mrs. Puff. Somebody could be irking your nerves, like irritating you. Their laugh could be really annoying, like SpongeBob. Their laugh could be annoying, or something that they do, some type of mannerism that they have could really get on your nerves and get under your skin. Somebody could be purposefully trying to get under your skin. You could be conflicted when it comes to decisions that you want to make, or conflicted in your mind about something that you want to do. And I feel like there's interference. There's some type of interference that's causing you to have a little bit of a struggle when it comes to making decisions, or it causes you to have a little bit of a struggle manifesting what you actually want in a situation. It's like, you know what you want, you can visualize what you want, you're aware of how you feel, but it's like getting it from your mind to pen and paper. It's like getting it from out of the ethers to reality, okay? And then we have breakthrough. So you're about to have a breakthrough about what's been causing a conflict in your life, or who has been causing a conflict in your life. I feel like you may have been, ooh, bitch. I feel like you may have been on the defensive, okay, lately. Um, there's a small majority or a group of people who really, it's like you had to take the group out of the equation and think of self, or think of just you and your spouse, you and your partner. This could even be a business partner, a friend, maybe somebody who is close to you that actually is in a protected union with you, okay? And it's like the decisions that you've been making up until this point are decisions that come from like worrying about what other people are going to think. And, you know, some of y'all are going to find out that I'm not necessarily trying to make you feel bad when I say certain things, but I'm just going to be real with you about this. You may say, "Oh, I don't care what nobody thinks. I don't care what nobody thinks." Yes, you do. Everybody cares what somebody thinks on some level, because we are tribally minded. We have a tribal mindset. When you're ostracized from the group, when you're isolated, when you don't have friends, when you don't have people who you can lean on, talk to, have camaraderie with, it causes a conflict, whether it's conscious or subconscious, okay? So there was something that was affecting your decision making, and it has to do with groups that you're involved with, friends that you have, and it was affecting your decisions and making it difficult for you to figure out what the right decision was to make. Also, if you're going to watch me, you have to understand that nothing I say is a coincidence. There is a specific reason why Spirit gives me the words that I give to you. So it's going to be up to you to break them down boop, 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 in your brain and figure out how it relates to you, because there's a reason why I say everything, and there's no coincidences. If I ramble about something, if I just go off on tangents about something, it's a part of the reading. And if your attention span is too short to keep up, then you gonna miss the message, and that's gonna be on you, okay? So whatever this is, when it comes to conflict, is coming from some type of deception. This is an energy of lurking going on in the shadows, okay? There's definitely lurking going on here in the shadows. It doesn't necessarily look good, because I feel like you felt warnings like go off in your mind, like alarm bells going off in your mind about who was behind some type of conflict that was being caused. Whoever this is a coward, because they're doing it behind the scenes, and they're trying to do it in a way that hides their face. They don't want people to see their face, but everybody can see their eyes. They have like really beady eyes or red eyes. Somebody could, like, you see how the fish is looking back at those eyes, and it's like, oh, you know, like kind of looking scary. I feel like Spirit wants you to know that you can't necessarily change what's happened or change what someone else is doing, but you can change the way that you react and respond, and the way that you allow it to affect you when it comes to the choices that you feel like you need to make for yourself. This deception, this lie, this omission, or whatever it is that somebody has facilitated in your life, and caused that has caused problems or created problems and disruption for you, is something that has affected you being able to make decisions and not knowing like what it is that you need to do. I feel like a lot of you guys have overcome a lot of obstacles, but I feel like this is deception coming from someone or an entity, because it could be an energy, it could be an entity, it could be a principality, it could be something that's working through other people. Okay? It's whatever this deception is coming from, or whoever it's coming from, is a person who takes issue with the choices that you make. They take issue with the things that you want to do in life and with your forward progress and your momentum. Okay? But you're transforming some type of conflict into a breakthrough, or you're figuring out, it's like you're having a breakthrough of how to transmute this energy. Okay? Or something is clicking. It's like something is clicking in your mind. Thank you so much for that, Rose Doreen. I appreciate it. You guys put some hearts in there for me. Okay? I appreciate it. You guys are having a breakthrough about that though. Okay. So this could even be something that kind of rushes in. It could be sudden. It could be a situation where like all of a sudden you could be at the grocery store cooking at home, or you could be doing something random. And literally all of a sudden the light bulb moment goes off in your mind and you start to understand that either something has changed with this dynamic that you've been experiencing, and like there may be less friction and restriction, and it's like you feel it, like you may have a physical reaction to it, or all of a sudden you have this epiphany about how to resolve this conflict. Okay, so let me get another oracle for you. Let's get another oracle because we in here. Y'all get your beverages, get your snacks, get your beverages, get your refreshments. We chilling, okay? And if you want to see this full reading, I will be posting it on my YouTube channel. So again, click the link in the bio. Be sure to follow me here. Save one of my videos so you can come back later and check out whatever you want to check out on the channel. If you want to book a personal, I do personals. The link is in my bio. The LINKTREE has everything you need, okay? So let's see. What else? Pisces, for Pisces, what is the message, spirit, that they need to know? Okay, so we have fear, crystals, and intimacy. Yeah, so there's definitely clarity. I'm telling you, it's a group of people. It's a small majority. There is somebody who wants to infiltrate like your head space. It feels like somebody wants to run around in your head. Let me tell you this though. Apparently this was for y'all. Let me get the note. Thank you, Tay Tay, for that follow. Thank you, Nando. I hope I said your name right, Nando. Thank you for following me. Thank you, Tay Tay. Okay, so I wrote this note a while back, okay, because I get channeled messages. Okay, thank you as well, LaShonda, for the follow. Y'all put some hearts in there while I get this channel message out, because I wrote this channel message a long time ago. Ooh, why is my notes not coming up? I know that's crazy. See, that is not a coincidence, child. I will show y'all my laptop real quick. I literally have notes. Look at how it just popped up in this blank. Don't make no kind of cotton picking ass sense. Now, that's all right, because I remember what it was, and I feel like it's for y'all. If somebody really wants to cloud the clarity in your mind, because crystals do what? Crystals cleanse the energy. Crystals, depending on what people believe personally for themselves, crystals can clear your energy, clear out negativity, provide some type of protection, intuitive clarity, all those types of things, enhance your gifts. Somebody does not want you to have this clarity that I feel like you automatically have, right? The message that I got for y'all, sorry, because I feel like this is not a coincidence. I'm telling y'all, the message that I channeled a few weeks ago was that somebody was playing around in your mind and got stuck. It's like somebody was playing around in your head or playing around in your mind and ended up getting trapped in there. That's what the message was. Whatever this is that doesn't want you to have clarity and confirmation, didn't want that message to come up. But I pull up my notes all the time. So I'm just letting you know that if you've been looking for a sign or confirmation, or you've been looking for some type of validation for how you feel about a person or a situation, there's been a strategic effort by more than one person to infiltrate your head space and possibly even your heart space and your psychic space energetically, so that you can't get the clarity that you need about them or about the situation. And are y'all having interference on the video? Hey, RK. Are y'all having any interference on the video? Because it just said the connection was weak. It just popped up and like blanked out my screen. Okay, so no, yes, I am, yes, no. Okay, fine on my side. Okay, cool. So I think it got back together, but there was a quick like blip of interference. It's powerful energy in here right now. Y'all some powerful people. Cause the controlling forces don't be wanting me to really say a whole lot and get a whole lot out there. And sometimes my spirit guides also protect me from having too much exposure. So if you found me, there's a reason why you're here. And it's not a coincidence. So I think that's what really spirit wants you to know, is that this message is going to confirm that everything that somebody tried to get you to brush off or to take as coincidence is not a coincidence. None of these occurrences that you've been experiencing and feeling with this situation have been a coincidence. There's definitely somebody who is afraid of you finding clarity in this situation. Okay. I feel like they fear you getting close to someone, or they fear you coming together with someone. This has been a message that's also been kind of constant when it comes not just to my messages, but other spiritual practitioners whom I trust have been getting these messages about trying to keep people apart or trying to prevent people from coming together. Now, this intimacy could be intimacy when it comes to you getting close to your destiny, you getting close to your purpose, you getting close to your path, you getting close to something that you're meant to accomplish or have in this lifetime. And somebody is afraid that you're getting very close to whatever this is that they've been trying to make you afraid of by blocking the clarity in your mind. That's why the interference is happening on the video, is because of this conflict and this interference that someone is trying to cause in this situation. I feel like for a long time you've been afraid to pursue things that you really want to pursue, that you really enjoy, hobbies that you have. You could have been afraid to be intimate with people when it comes to, a more spicy level. You could have been afraid to get close to people when it comes to friends. It's just a sabotage energy that a lot of you guys have faced because of the things that you went through and like the trauma that you have from people who have kind of like betrayed you. That's why the card was there, the deception card. Okay. Thank you guys for letting me know. Thank you for the roses, country boy. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Clock the T, finger heart. They're so cute. All right. Let me get another oracle card. This is an unfolding, okay? Unfolding. You know how when people say that they kind of like, oh, like they whooped your ass, okay? They folded you up. Like, you know how it can either be, kind of like sexual, or it could be a reference or a metaphor to somebody like getting a beat down. They folded you up. I feel like you're unfolding. Something is going to unfold. Now, we have renewed. It came out in reverse. It says releasing a heavy burden, feeling sexy and alive, enduring despite hardship. It came out in reverse. What's at the bottom? Tangled. Okay, Rapunzel energy, tangled. It's complicated, emotionally entwined. Sort out your feelings. Yeah. So there's a very complicated situation that you're very wrapped up in emotionally, that spirit wants you to unravel yourself from, so that you can feel this renewal. This renewal hasn't happened yet, or someone maybe is trying to prevent it. Look, and then here we go again with that sneaky energy. Sneaky, going behind your back, telling lies about you having secret affairs. So it's difficult for you to release a burden emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually, in all aspects, maybe to unfold yourself, or that could also be about vulnerability as well. You could also struggle with vulnerability sometimes, being vulnerable with people, letting people see who you are. Okay, if, as you can see, a lot of my videos are faceless because it's been a difficult journey, okay? But we're evolving and we're growing and we're working through things that have held us back, which is illustrated in this transformation card. The transmutation of the energy is happening. But I feel like there's this new energy that's difficult for you to fully embrace, because there's a person who is constantly like lurking. It's a very weird energy, like the fox in the hen house or something like that. I don't know if that's a old like fairy tale or story tale or something like that. But there's a magic and a mysticism surrounding these messages that I feel like is connected to what's been happening to you. I feel like somebody forced you. This is just coming from like what I feel is channeled. I feel like somebody tried to force you into a position where your whole identity was connected to your trauma. And because everything you believed about yourself, everything that you created as far as like a wall that you put up for protection, everything that you've been through, it's like connected to that traumatic experience or the traumatic experiences that you've had with a lot of people. And I feel like there's one constant ghost. It's like that fox energy is the same as this pufferfish looking behind them like, oh my God, are they behind me? Are they chasing me? Are they following me? It's like constantly having to look over your shoulder through this manufactured fear that somebody has instilled within you. It's like, because people do fucked up shit, because I'm gonna be real with you, because people do bad things, y'all hear it all the time when people say, be careful of the company you keep, be careful of how you get to the top, because you don't want to have to look over your shoulder once you get there, right? This is a manufactured emotion that somebody has been putting inside of you through their, I feel like, harassment. And it feels like a situation where somebody wants you to constantly be looking over your shoulder or feeling guilty about things that you've done, even though you shouldn't. It's like they want to manufacture those feelings of you being nervous and you always looking out the corner of your eye, and being afraid, because they want you to feel like you have to constantly look over your shoulder. But it's not because of your actions. Your actions have actually been pretty pure from what I can see with the crystal card. But somebody has you feeling so scared. It's kind of like, I'm going to tell y'all a story, right? I had I was married very young and I had children very young. I was a teen mom. I was a late teen mom. So I had my first son when I was 18, had my second son when I was 19, but I was married before my first son was born. And a lot of people who've been watching me for a long time kind of already know my story. But if you don't know me like that, you kind of don't know my story. And that's a common thing that people say, oh, if you heard my story, my story, my story. And sometimes we can get caught up in the stories that we tell. But to illustrate the point that I'm making, my situation with my ex-husband, which is the father of my oldest two kids, was very tumultuous. It was really toxic. And it wasn't so much in the beginning, it was physically toxic, but towards the end, up until like the present moments, it was mentally toxic and emotionally toxic because there could no longer be physical contact. Okay. So he would do a lot of things a lot of times to make me fear the outside or to make me fear what was going on around me. I would constantly be looking over my shoulder because he would do things like pop up, right? He would do things that made me nervous about whether or not he was hiding in a fucking bush somewhere. That's the weird shit that I'm talking about, where somebody doesn't want you to be able to feel like you can move around freely because they want you to constantly be afraid of where they're going to pop up next. This could be somebody who's made fake profiles and reached out to you on social media through fake profiles. This could be somebody who has, had their family members or their friends spy on you and watch your page and you see them pop up in your stories. It's like that, right? Because when we first separated and I was, taking a stand, my ex-husband came to the house that we both shared after he vacated and kicked the door in with his brother, and they had ski masks on, and that traumatized me. And it really wasn't a fact that they kicked the door in. His name got taken off the lease, so he wasn't supposed to be there, but he refused to return the key. So he basically just opened the door and came in and was acting like they were robbers. And basically like traumatized me. So, I've been fighting through that, and it's hard because I'm trying to still support my kids and take care of them and do the right thing as a mom, be a good mom, and then constantly have to look over my shoulder. And then because of that, he couldn't have any violent physical contact with me. So then he reverted to doing that same type of thing, but doing it in the form of like legal things, like the court, trying to get me caught up with defects, calling defects on me, trying to get my kids taken away. Like he would just pop up and do weird shit to create scenarios where I was constantly on edge and constantly in fight or flight. And that's like I feel like maybe you could be dealing with somebody who's in the military or something like that, but I feel like that's like a torture tactic or something. It kind of feels like it's giving off that vibe. I'm just getting all of that from this fear card, okay? And also this conflict card. It's like constantly being on edge. Yeah. You going through a divorce? Country boy, I feel you. Hey, SA. Oh, Gypsy, he is military. Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like those old tactics that people used to use, psychological warfare and stuff like that. But I feel like this could be something that they learned through the military, but it could also be something that maybe like their great grandfather or somebody was in the military, or they learned these tactics through some other source and then they taught it to their children and stuff like that. But let's see. We're just doing the collective Pisces message right now, you guys. Okay. I might answer questions later, but we're going to see. There could have been some interference in here for a minute. Okay. So what does Spirit want you to know, Pisces? Spirit, what do you want Pisces to know? Most importantly, 2 cards came out. Ooh, the Hangman and the World. I be forgetting where to look because there's so much on the screen. 5 of Spears, which is the 5 of Wands. Okay, this is the Game of Thrones deck. I'm a nerd. Yup. And then the Ace of Cups. See, this is the conflict. Look. Ooh, and then the High Priestess is under that. This is the conflict. So what Spirit wants you to know is that your intuition is correct. Somebody did something. You know what's crazy? Because I was getting that folded you up earlier. I feel like, you know how when people get jumped into a gang or they get initiated into a sorority and they have to do some crazy thing? That's what it's given. Because the 5 of Swords, the High Priestess, and the 5 of Wands is at the bottom of the deck with the Star card. I feel like someone was doing this to you because it would give them some type of clout, power, authority, maybe even fame or a position in something. This could even just be within their family. Like they could be in a very toxic family dynamic. And I feel like they did something to you to basically gain favor from other people. To maybe initiate themselves into something. I don't know about that. Aquarius energy, Pisces energy, but Aquarius energy is strong. Pisces with the High Priestess or the Priestess, the Hangman, as well as the World being Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Taurus. And then here's Rapunzel energy with this Star card. Locking you in this tower. It feels like locked up in this tower energy, but this light is shining from within you. It's like the light never burnt out from within you. Your spirit team is constantly with you. You constantly have that connection to source. So I feel like you were able to like regenerate. It feels like this regeneration, transmutation, alchemization energy that's coming from you, that Spirit wants you to know. Like you weren't defeated. I feel like you're also being trained for something through these experiences that's going to be a part of the next stage or the next step of your journey. Okay? Whoever this person is or whatever was being done to you by whoever was doing it, I feel like they wanted you to lose hope or become discouraged in a situation because they knew that it was going to challenge your intuition. They knew that if they could cause you to give up or lose hope or feel like all hope was lost, that at least they thought that this would happen. They felt like it would conflict with your intuition and you would have difficulty discerning or deciphering a message. I feel like you're supposed to give someone a message. I feel like there's a specific like message that you're supposed to spread. Some of you guys are supposed to be influencers and someone is envious and jealous of your star power and like the light that you have. Some of you guys are supposed to be in positions of influence, like influential people, affluence, right? Because it's like you're meant to do something important. So if they could come at you and cause you to feel down and depressed and sad and question yourself and conflicted in your mind and not know what way to go, then they could block whatever message that you're supposed to deliver from being delivered. And I just got this in the Pisces reading for the monthlies on the YouTube channel, the Nutcase Network. I am going to post it on Pisces Network as well. But I was singing a lot of gospel music in the Pisces December reading. So I feel like there's something about religion as well. And I specifically said something about being delivered. So you may have the power to deliver people. Melisandre in Game of Thrones was able to bring Jon Snow back to life, who played an important role when it comes to the chain of events that took place in the show. Jon Snow was very important. He died. She brought him back to life. But because there was so much conflict going on, she didn't believe in her ability. She didn't feel like she would be able to bring him back to life. She didn't feel like she had that power. It's like she had been defeated because so much had happened. But then when she brought him back to life, she knew that she was always right all along, but that it's like she kind of lost faith for a little while and forgot that the course of events had to go the way it had to go. And she just felt defeated. But she brought him back to life, and it was her who did it. And somebody knows the power that you have. So by doing all of these things, like I said, it kind of feels like I hate to say this because it's so much. I'm justice for Malcolm. Thank you. I understand. So I don't know if it's like root work though, country boy. It could be, but I can't say for sure. Thank you, Angie, for the follow. Okay, like I hate to say this, and I don't necessarily, people gonna take this how they take it. Folks are gonna take whatever I say how they want to take it. They're gonna choose to misunderstand me if they want to. So ain't really shit I could do about it. But it really feels like okay, brace yourself. It really feels cuz I'm going to sound crazy, but it doesn't matter. It feels like there was an entity, a demon. I mean, people will call it a demon, but I don't necessarily feel like it's a demon. It feels like there's a dark force or a dark entity that, like, if you think about your spiritual body, right? If you think about your etheric body, if you think about your soul, your aura, your essence, okay? Because we have the star, the light that shines within you. You are not this body. You are not this vessel. This vessel is an expression of your manifestation capabilities and how you decided to incarnate on this planet. That's what I believe, right? I believe we choose to be here when we choose to be here because there's a purpose and a reason for it that's beyond our conscious recognition. So, whatever your light body is, whatever your etheric body, whatever your aura represents in the spiritual realm, is something very powerful. And because you hold that power, it's like the dark forces that we can't see kind of like put out a hit on you energetically. And whatever, it's like Westworld. When Westworld went all technical, I don't know if y'all watched that series Westworld, because I'm trying to articulate it in a way that illustrates my point. But on HBO, they'll show Westworld where all the robots from that theme park escaped and got free, and then they went into the real world and the shit got real technical. And then it's like the girl from the theme park who was the original robot met up with the dude who was kind of like stuck in this cycle and he didn't understand why. And then she revealed everything to him. And then when he woke up from the matrix and the trance, basically what happened was the little program that he used to do these jobs, they sent out a hit on him, and all the people from the city were trying to catch him. Yeah, they try, but I'm getting better at catching them. So it's like, oh, look, I see you, boo. Okay, I love Westworld too. But all the people in the city, basically the hit got put out on them. And the electronic self-driving cars shut down and basically trapped them in there. And it's like, that's what I feel like happened, or that's what I feel was initiated when you were born. It's like all of the entities and dark forces and spirits that work as a collective to perpetuate negativity on this earth and in this realm got this notification to come after you and basically take you out and prevent you from being able to spread the message that God intended for you to spread. And it worked through people. So this could be why your parents was fucked up. This could be why maybe you were an orphan. This could be why you constantly dealt with people who kind of like put you in these really horrible situations, or it's like you constantly found yourself in these really horrible situations because they would come in the guise of like relationships or connections, whether it was platonic, romantic, or professional, and it would end up being and evolving into this basically hunt. It's like they've been hunting you since you were born. So if you process that, then you're going to understand how vital of a role that you play in this whole situation, which is similar to the, storyline of Game of Thrones, because it's like there's a prophecy. There's a promise that was made. There's a certain chain of events that's going to happen. The dead are going to rise and walk the earth, and there needs to be somebody here who can defeat them. But if they're able to work against the forces of good to stop that person from being there to defeat them, then they can have free reign. So you're a part of the curse breakers or the chain breakers who are linked together to kind of fend off this negative energy. And I don't give a fuck if people think I sound crazy. Look around you at 2025. Look around you at our reality since 2020. Spirit is trying to send me to you so they can speak through me to you so that you can understand what the fuck is going on. I'm telling you. But you also have to understand that each step that you take is going to provide more information. Basically, what they want you to know is that they may have hidden you for a while. Your spirit team is saying that they hid you for a while for your own protection. Thank you so much. Oh my God. What is that? Hold on. Oh, it's a little kitty cat, a hug, lightning ball, ginger man. Thank you so much. Y'all get the hearts. Let's get to I need to add a goal. How can I add a goal? Ciao. They said, help me achieve my first goal and I'll sing a song. Okay, let's do a hat and a mustache. I'll sing a song. Y'all can request it. I don't know. I'm just trying shit. But your spirit team hid you. Ah! Gonna ride at. No, I'm just. Gypsy, what song you want me to sing? What song you want me to sing, Gypsy? Put it in the comments. They hid you, Pisces. They hid you. That was so cute. Your spirit team hid you because they wanted to, it's like they wanted you to play dead. Like in the movie Enough. Yeehaw! Okay. They hid you because they wanted you to be like the movie Enough with Jennifer Lopez. As soon as they think you down and you ain't getting up. Okay? That's what it was. So that you could be the one to fulfill this prophecy. Your soul is, you have an extremely old soul. Your soul is ready to be done with this shit. You don't want to incarnate no more. You don't want to incarnate no more. You are tired. Tired. Okay? You are ready to go on to glory. But I'm not saying that you're like thinking of anything negative about self-deletion. What I'm saying is that after everything that's happened, you're at a point where on a soul level, on a spiritual level, you don't need to, it's not that you don't need to learn anything else. It's like you don't feel like you need to incarnate or finish anything that's unfinished after this. You held on for a long time so that you could do what you need to do, because in Game of Thrones, when they had the final battle, Melisandre did her last deed of lighting them swords of the Dothraki on fire, and then after the battle was over and the Night King was defeated, she walked out in the snow and crumbled and laid down and said, "Girl, I'm done." It's like when you take your wig and your bra off after work. Pop that bad boy and flick it across the room. Yank this shit off. I'm tired. So for a lot of you, you may not be the one that's necessarily going to make the change, but you're a part of the change. So that means you're a part of the team that's linked together. Okay, thank y'all so much. This is for Pisces, y'all. Thank you for that corn. I'm gonna call you Fixkua. I don't know how to say your name, boo. I don't be wanting to butcher y'all's names. I'm sorry. So it's like you're fighting. I also feel like some of you guys are fighting your intuition because there's a person who's trying to sabotage your healing. It's like as you're healing, they're continuously sabotaging your healing. So it's like not only are you fighting against forces that are trying to fulfill this hit that they put out on you psychically, but you're also fighting with your own intuition. Oh, that heart puff is so cute. The little TikTok thing. Thank you guys. So I know I went on a tangent, but that was all things that you needed to know to understand the main part of the message. And the hangman is the flayed man. So Ramsay Snow, which was a bastard on the show, who was officially made a Bolton, his father was crazy. Torturous tactics. And what did I say before these cards came out? I said that somebody could have been in the military. And I said that somebody may have learned tactics that are very, I want to say utilitarian. I don't even know if that's the right word, but someone could have been taught these tactics. Like somebody's daddy could have been very abusive, or somebody's grandfather could have been extremely toxic because they use these tactics to raise their children and rear their children, which therefore then their children go out and exhibit these tactics on the people around them because they are agents of this chaos. Okay? But what this is saying and what Spirit wants you to know is that this is over and done with. Somebody could have even really tried to embarrass you. It's like somebody wanted you to be exposed, like fully. The flayed man is the sigil of House Bolton in the show. And it's because they wanted to create suffering and cause suffering. But whatever this stuck energy is that you've been in is coming to an end. You could actually, because look, that is so cool. They have the dragon, the stag, the wolf, and the lion. So all of the families and things like that on the card. It's very interesting. It's like you were raised different. Somebody is really fighting this ending. Somebody is really trying to delay or slow down this ending that's coming in. And I feel like it's because they're trying to get you caught up. So this is what you need to know as well. They're trying to get you caught up back in a position where you have to redo this karma either in this lifetime or you have to regenerate again to finally be released from whatever this is, right? So like I told y'all ready to pull the spiritual wig and bra off, okay? Whoever this person is trying to get you back locked into a contract, spiritual contract, a soul contract, whatever, because they don't want your soul to finally, I feel, ascend. Because once you finally ascend, whatever entities or dark forces that have been siphoning your energy through however many lifetimes you lived, whether you believe it or not, they will no longer exist. I feel like there's a certain level of non-existence that comes with you evolving and ascending to another level, right? Because it materializes like as above, so below. That's one of the main principles of this thing that people call spirituality that's gotten bent out of shape. But as above, so below. So within, so without, all those types of things. So if you can see in your real life and in your everyday reality that once you pull your energy back, that it officially zaps and eliminates a person's power or their ability to kind of dictate situations in your life, the same thing is going to happen on an energetic level when your soul ascends and you pull your energy back and you're at your full power and your full potential so that you can ascend to whatever the next level is, right? Any waiting that you've been experiencing, any delays that you have been experiencing are coming to an end. There's about to be a major blessing in your life, but what I want you guys to understand is that not every opportunity is a good opportunity. Not everything is meant for you. Not everything that comes towards you is something that you should take or accept. This cup could be full of metaphorical and proverbial poison. Okay, let's get some hearts in the chat. Let's get some hearts in the chat, you guys. Let's hype it up a little bit. Thank you so much, Gypsy, for all of your support. Country Boy, I appreciate it. Justice for Malcolm. Thank you so much, you guys. Okay. Purple Lotus. You know you my girl. Purple Lotus is an OG. Thank you, Master Healer, for those roses. I appreciate it. Okay. Thank you, the little kitty cat. It doesn't tell me what all of the things are, but I appreciate it. So, why they said the live gonna end? Hold on. Let me drag this little puzzle piece. Why they be doing that? Joint. But look, okay. So you don't want to underestimate your opponent. That's been coming up lately as well. But I definitely feel like I want to clarify what this Ace of Cups is at the back of the deck, because I feel like that's important. What is this Ace of Cups? There could be a blessing in disguise as well. Like the fact that you may have dealt with a lot of conflict or obstructions that have gotten in your way, challenges that you faced when it comes to ending a cycle for good, could actually be a blessing in disguise. What is this Ace of Cups? The Page of Spears and the Queen of Spears, which is the Page of Wands and the Queen of Wands in traditional tarot. Okay. So this could be mother and son for some of you guys. Definitely, because Daenerys was the mother of dragons, but she also freed the slaves. And these are the unsullied. So if y'all don't have a child already, like a son specifically, maybe a daughter, but I feel like if y'all don't have a child already, specifically a boy, some of you are going to have a boy in the future. You're going to have a baby boy in the future. Some of y'all have a son, your youngest son, or maybe you call him, I don't know, Baby Boy was a movie. But I feel like, people have little nicknames for their kids. So I feel like a decision that you made to have a child, maybe you were going to terminate, but a decision that you had to make a child, have a child, is very important because that child is also important. It's like all the pieces of the puzzle are going to fall together. You're also going to get a confirmation of your intuition to know that you were right. Yeah, this is definitely a decision that you made that has to do with somebody younger than you. Right. Something being raised from the dead as well. You may actually be able to, like, I know this sounds crazy, but you may actually be able to heal someone or cure some type of poison. So, like, for me, right? People who come to my channel are trying to break free of, like, generational curses. A lot of people who find me when it comes to my spiritual practices are people that are trying to break free from really, really deeply rooted cycles and, like, infiltrations and things like that. And I just have the ability to break those curses. Right? I'm not presuming to be anything other than a regular human being, but if you stick around and you watch me for long enough, there's something that I'm able to unlock within you psychologically or subconsciously, because I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or psychologist. So please seek professional advice if you need to. But there's something that I'm able to unlock within the recesses of your mind and your psyche in those dark places. It's not easy though. It's painful. When Melisandre brought back Jon Snow from the dead. This is about some type of bringing something back from the dead, right? I feel like some of you also have the ability to revitalize some type of love in society, like because the love is lost. I feel like you have the ability to bring back love, like universal love. And if those assassins that they sent after you cause you to lose your essence of love in your own heart, or cause you to hate yourself, or cause you to be in this very folded up position, then you can't spread that love outwardly because you're afraid of what's in the bush. Like, just who you are spreads a message of love. Like, you physically, it's like physically, it's a physical reaction. So you may be able to lay hands on people and touch people and it physically make them feel affirmed. I don't know what this is, but that's what I feel. 4 of Coins. Who is this? I never know who this is. I need to look at this real quick. I never know who this 4 of Coins is, and I just need to figure it out so I can understand. Y'all put the hearts in there. Put the hearts in there real quick while I look up this 4 of Coins. Because I need to figure it out so I'm not talking out the side of my neck. Clucking. Somebody's a little clucking chicken. Wasn't that in GTA? Thank you, Master Healer. I appreciate all that love. Thank you, Country Boy. The 4 of Coins, improvement, money, security, materialism. Who is that? A banker from the Iron Bank of Bravos. Oh, okay. You're making a decision, I feel like, or you made a decision in Scorpio season to start back up doing something or revitalize something that you maybe gave up on. Maybe this is yourself. Maybe you decided to pour back into yourself. Maybe you decided to start back um getting in shape, eating healthy, doing something that benefited your overall growth, health, and well-being. Maybe you kind of like got raised from the dead because you could have been, I'm hearing Walking Dead, like you could have been a zombie in a way. You could have just been going through the motions and kind of like a zombie type energy. And it's like for some reason, or there's something that you did that you decided to start back doing. Like maybe this is a hobby, or this is some type of project that you've been working on that you put down. Whatever that is that you did, it woke you back up, or it brought life back into your soul. It brought the color back to your face. You might have gotten very pale. You might not have been going outside. You might not have been very grounded. And it brought the color back to your face. You decided to do something for yourself, though. It was for you. It was not for anybody else. It was not to please anybody else. It was not to gain approval from anybody else. It wasn't anything that you were doing for anybody else other than yourself. It was for you. Completely and totally for you. And that brought your confidence back, which kind of like defibrillated your heart space, your heart chakra. Because I feel like you have flatlined. I feel like some of y'all, maybe some of y'all even flatlined at some point when it comes to like an experience that you had in your life. But I feel like whatever this decision was that you made was a decision that spirit, it's like spirit was trying to like shock you back into yourself to remember who you are. To get rid of the venom, to get rid of the poison. I feel like there's somebody who could be investing in you too in the near future. What's the World and the Hangman? We almost done, y'all. The Lover's reversed. Ooh. Yes, this is love versus hate. The Wheel of Fortune and the Five of Swords. If they could make you hate yourself, hate other people, be bitter, be angry, be mad, be sad, be upset, stop believing in love. Because we talked about Tangled, we talked about fairy tales, we talked about miracles. If they could get you to stop believing in love, stop believing in miracles, stop believing in fairy tales, then that would end something to do with your destiny. If they could turn you into a bitter, vindictive, angry, overzealous, big back, no neck having ass bitch, bald head scallywag, your hair can't touch your back. If they could turn you into something negative and change who it is that you are through repetitive psychological warfare and spiritual warfare to get you to make bad choices that come from a place of like scarcity mindset and all this type of negativity, then they can end whatever this is that you were going to be able to accomplish. This is about the world. This is not, we had the Judgment card. We got the Lover's reverse, the Hangman, the World card. The two main cards about what Spirit wants you to know is majors. You don't just have a bunch of major arcanas in the reading for no reason. We saw the Star. We saw the High Priestess. Now we have the Wheel of Fortune. This is something that somebody can't control. It's like people were sent to tell you what your destiny was, whether it was outwardly out of their mouth or whether it was like by showing you what you're worth. If somebody could show you that you weren't worth more than a $2 hoe by treating you in a way that reflected such, then they could get you to not believe that you were something bigger or you were something greater. So what is the advice for Pisces? What do they need to know when it comes to all of this, all of these messages? Six of Cups reversed, Five of Spears reversed. You got to learn from the past. It's something about learning from the past. But I also feel like you have to stop fighting something new that is trying to come into your life. I don't know what this new thing is. It's a new experience. I'm over here on TikTok live. I hated TikTok for a long time. I'm not saying I hated it because I don't really hate nothing. I really don't care that much to hate nothing and nobody. I be wanting to lay in my bed, okay? But I really was irritated. I don't like change. I was irritated because TikTok was scary and it was new and I had to change. And it took me out of my comfort zone. They're telling you to get out of your comfort zone. I feel like Spirit is trying to say that in order to remove the conflict that you could be feeling, you need to move forward towards the future. Futuristic energy, Aquarius, age of Aquarius energy. If you have Aquarius in your chart, they're telling you to pay attention to that. The Page of Swords and the Three of Spears. I want you, so this is your homework assignment. If y'all really want, if y'all really about that life, Spirit is giving you a homework assignment to learn something new, to challenge yourself to learn something new, or to do something new that you've never done before, so that you can set new expectations or set new goals. Stop hiding behind a mask. Stop hiding behind a mask. Let your true colors come out. Let your true face come out. Because I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Because in the next 3 months, in Aries season, in March, so around your birthday, it could even be sooner for some of you, but I don't think so. There's going to be this like shroud, this inauthentic, what's the word I'm looking for? Synthetic. This inauthentic synthetic shroud of illusion that's going to be placed over people's eyes. And if, okay, bless you. If the people who are meant to find you are not able to see who you are, they may affiliate or associate you with this toxic negative energy. Okay? Spirit shows me the messages through illustrations in my mind. Movies, music, TV shows, whatever. What I'm telling you is that you don't want to be found guilty by association. You don't want to be one of the people who get caught up unnecessarily in some shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. You don't want to get caught up in a crowd or a group of people who are still wearing a mask. This is a metaphor. So right now, I'm kind of scared as shit because I don't usually show my face in videos. I'm scared. I'm scary. I'm not gonna lie. I have fears about people online. I've had stalkers before. I've had people who have threatened my life and my children's life. I started on YouTube in like 2019, 2020, right before the pandemic really hit on some shit. And I was all out there. I was just free and all these other things. And then I started getting fucking death threats. And I wasn't doing anything to hurt nobody. I was just speaking truth and speaking on things that I felt like spirit wanted me to speak on. Just like how I'm talking to you now. But people would come to me and try to either mind fuck me or make me feel a way about what I was saying, make me hesitate, make me second guess myself, tell me I need to go somewhere and die. Like, that's the type of shit that people would say to me. And I tried to always come with love, but I've always had this kind of like feisty personality. I got a slick mouth. I'm a Pisces. I'm a comedian. I like to laugh. I like to crack jokes. I burp. I'm a human. I do things that are not necessarily in alignment with the status quo all of the time. And I was very raw at that time. And I was not ready and I was not prepared for the internet. I have been on the internet since MySpace. But I was not prepared to put myself in such a front-facing position and be met with so much harsh criticism and just pure abuse from people who I actually set out intentionally to try to help. But because I would tell people about themselves and I would tell people the truth and I would literally read the cards the way I felt like they needed to be read, not to knock nobody else, but I just wasn't on that foo-foo woo-woo Skittles and rainbow bullshit. And I'm still not on that type of shit. And as soon as I would criticize somebody, not necessarily in a way to hurt them, but in a way to try to help break those chains, like I said, curse breaker energy, it's like when you get a shot or when you have somebody take something out of you that's hurting you. Yeah, it's hurting you. But the fear that comes with taking it out, what's going to happen afterwards, like a dog or a cat or an animal, they don't know that taking the splinter out their foot is going to make them feel better and they're going to be able to heal, even though they may be sore for a few days. They don't know that. So they're going to attack you. That's what happened. And that pushed me into a place where I hid my face. None of my videos showed my face. I was constantly... This is the thing. It goes over and it does not show my face. And that's how I was filming for a long time, up until literally recently. And it was because I was afraid not only of the people who have been constantly harassing me for years, coming and like figuring out what I'm doing and finding me and trying to take down my business, which they did. But I was also afraid. I was just scared. There's the fear. So I'm saying this kind of like a testimony, but more of something that I feel like you guys need to understand about how you're going to make it through the next 3 years. You're not going to make it through the next 3 years wearing these same clothes, wearing these same masks, wearing these same, outer external shrouds that have kept you hidden. It ain't nobody safe. So if you practice getting ready now to allow yourself to be visible and allow yourself to be seen, people are going to see you. You don't know what dreams people are having. You don't know what premonitions people are having. You don't know what their intuition is telling them about how to locate you. Because again, there's something that you're supposed to say. There's something that you're supposed to do. If I was afraid to show my face and people didn't know, oh, it's the girl with the nose ring or it's the girl with the chipped tooth. It's the girl that eyes sometimes go cross-eyed and cockeyed. Because if I'm not looking in the right direction, one eye gonna look over here and one eye gonna look over there. It runs in the family, bitch. It ain't going nowhere. They may have a dream of what you look like and then you show up in a different way. That's why these motherfuckers out here getting all this plastic surgery. Listen, I don't knock plastic surgery because that may also be a part of your journey, right? That may be how somebody's going to identify you. But a lot of people who do it for the wrong reasons to fit into a certain aesthetic, they played themselves. You played yourself. Congratulations. Should have had a V8. That's why Spirit is saying you cannot be in this energy right here because you are going to look like the op. You're going to end up looking like the infiltrator. You're going to end up looking like the saboteur. You're going to end up looking like the person who is the enemy instead of the ally. Stop fighting it. Stop fighting. Whatever this is that you've been fighting. I don't know what the battle is and I don't know your life. So I'm not trying to tell you what you need to do because I ain't your mama. But what I'm saying is there's a fight that you've been fighting. There's a battle because if you look, it came out reversed. If you look at it upright, you've been fighting something from the past. I don't know if it's a nightmare, a ghost, a phantom, a memory, you swinging at the air and shit. I don't know what it is. But they're telling you that it's time to stop fighting. This battle is over. The battle is probably already won. But somebody wants to make you think it's not. To cause these delays so that their reinforcements could come in. And if they can keep you down and out for long enough to where you really knocked out on the floor, folded up, scared, in a ball, in the fetal position, then that gives their reinforcements time to come in. Make new memories. Okay? Tell it. It's like Spirit wants you to tell the new story. They want you to tell the new story. Okay? They want you to tell the new fucking story. The old story is crusty, it's dusty, it's musty, it's played out. Ouch. They want you to tell the new story. Okay? Oh, you know what? I ain't used these cards in a minute. Any other messages that Pisces needs to know? Yeah, distance I did. Thank you, Kim Lala. I appreciate that. Thank you, Grandma, for following me. Thank you, Minnie, for following. Yeah, exactly, country boy. It's constructive criticism. That's good. Justice for Malcolm. But you know what? Can I be honest with you, Justice for Malcolm? Can I be honest with you real quick and you not get offended with it? Do you really want to hear my opinion on your situation? And because I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, so what I'm going to tell you is that that's part of the fight that they're talking. That's part. I'm looking over here because you're talking. But that's part of the fight that I'm talking about. You're fighting that fight in regards to the injustice that you feel with your son. And that's the trap that's getting your contract, your soul contract renewed for a new cycle of fucking bullshit. I'm not saying give up the fight. I'm not saying that you got to do whatever you feel like you're supposed to do. But what I'm saying is, you can't make anything happen before it's meant to happen. And I'm not saying that you're not going to get justice. But I can feel through the screen that you're in a cycle. And if you allow it to consume you, then that will be the tool of your demise. That's all I'm going to say. Any other messages for Pisces? Any other messages for Pisces that they need to know, Spirit? The hell? Cards just be flying out. Expecting new beginning. Well, it came out in reverse, and then private relationship. Pregnancy test. Unsure results of pregnancy scare, positive or negative. So this could be a literal pregnancy, but it could also, my back itching, y'all. It could also be something that you're trying to birth into existence, okay? If you guys do find out you're pregnant, I feel like you're going to have a son. They could also say that you're having a daughter, but they're actually a boy. Like maybe you feel like you have a girl, but you're going to have a boy. You could have a son in the future who ends up being like LGBTQ+. There's something ambiguous about a child that you have or a baby that you're going to have in the future. I don't know what that means. That could be for somebody specific. I feel like you're not sure if something worked out the way that you intended for it to work out, or if something is going to turn out the way you intended. Caught, uncovering evidence, getting exposed, cheating revealed. So that deception. Somebody's about to get caught when it comes to that deceptive energy. This could be something involving a child, a pregnancy, or the termination of a child. I don't know about that. I am going to pull one tarot card for that. What is this new beginning reverse and private relationship? Somebody may have a secret relationship. Or there's a connection here that it's like connecting the dots. There's a connection here that you may not have made yet because you don't have all the information. There's a connection here that you haven't made yet when it comes to somebody's involvement in stopping this new beginning from taking place. If it looks like, if you turn it upright, let me just show it to you. You see how beautiful that expecting card looks? It's weird. It's like a silhouette or a dream or a shadow. Somebody could be lurking in the shadows. Somebody could be trying to trap somebody with a baby. This could be you, or this could be the person who you're meant to like come in contact with or meet. Because there's definitely this energy where somebody doesn't want you to meet someone or come in contact with someone. What's the new beginning reverse and private relationship? Child. The 10 of coins. This is about your legacy, about your future. The 4 of wands and the 5 of cups. This is a long-term relationship. This could be a long-term relationship with you accomplishing your goals, right? Like I said, it could be romantic, it could be platonic, it could be professional. But new beginnings and birth is more than just sex and babies and relationships and love. And love. What's the love reading? Priorities. If you prioritize love, there's nothing wrong with that. But there's an accomplishment that you're about to make. Either you're waiting for someone or someone is waiting for you on the other side, but there goes that Page of Swords. It's like this hidden it's like hidden information about a relationship, or someone is being hidden from you, or you're being hidden from people. Infiltration, sabotage, sneak attack, and ambush. You could have even had a miscarriage or something. But this is about your legacy. This is about what's going to be left on this earth after you're gone. I feel like if you are pregnant, somebody could be trying to stress you out in a way where you lose the baby. Thank you so much. G-Foot, thank you. It's like that type of energy. Thank you, Chica, for the follow. 9 of Cups. Yeah, wish fulfillment. 3 of Swords. Somebody wants to create a loss of like your wishes. Somebody even may want you to like be desolate, lose your livelihood. But the connection to a loss, that's what it is too. The connection to a loss that you may have experienced is going to be made. And there is a secret relationship that's going on here that's going to highlight the details of the deception. You're going to see how something is connected. So this could even be somebody who's connected to somebody who doesn't want to see you succeed. I've been picking up on a lot of like infiltration energy, like spies. I've been picking up on a lot of energy of somebody who you think is on your team right now, but they're going to be somebody who betrays you. Kind of like Selena. I was wearing that Selena shirt the other day. Yolanda, a big back hot dog neck bitch. A big back, cankle having ass, can't wear open toed shoes, hot dog neck bitch. Yes, the fucking hot dog neck. I'm just saying, that's what it gives. That's what it gives. It's somebody who wants to infiltrate everything that you got going on. That's what the Page of Swords is in this deck. Because in the Game of Thrones series, when Daenerys was releasing and freeing the slaves, the masters who was mad that their way of life was finally going to be over with tried to sabotage Daenerys and the Unsullied. We got the Page of Wands again, Page of Spears, and the Queen of Spears, Mother of Dragons, freeing her children, all these other types of things. And they was mad because they couldn't own slaves anymore. So they sent all of them people in the masks with the swords around to ambush all of her army and basically her. And the dragon came in and blew all them bitches away. Blew them away. So like somebody knows that you're very fertile. And I feel like, I just feel like they don't want you to think that your manifestations can come to fruition. You don't expect for somebody to have a baby with somebody or to be pregnant or for there to be a secret relationship going on or a secret connection. There's like a little sneaky connection, a sneaky link to how all of this shit is connected to, okay, like your issues with relationships, the problems that you've had, the financial struggles you faced, whatever it is that you've been fighting, whatever battles that you've been fighting. There's a sneaky link and a sneaky connection between all of that stuff and somebody who doesn't want to see you succeed, teaming up with a person who you thought was an ally who's really an adversary. And I did a reading like that too. Like they teamed up with your worst enemy. It's crazy. What's the advice? Okay, so Spirit wants you to know, finally, for the final advice, you're going to be celebrating something very special soon. You'll be so full of joy and happiness. It will almost seem out of this world how suddenly it all happens for you. Be ready for it. Expect it. It's happening. See, but you don't expect it. You don't expect this new beginning. Because you've been living in this nightmare and you're exhausted. You're tired of fighting. So Spirit is saying, hey, if you're tired of fighting, stop. Stop fighting it. Let it just happen. Because you really don't expect for this blessing. And not only did it come through in this card, but it also shows up in the Ace of Cups as well. You don't see this blessing coming in the near future. But, oops, excuse me. What I don't want you to do is get in a position where you are looking for it and you like, is that my blessing? Is that my blessing? Is that my blessing? Is it over there? Is it over there? Do I see it? Calm your ass the fuck down. Because that's how somebody's going to get you caught up. It's 11:11. Wednesday, December 13th. It is officially 11:11 p.m. in my time zone. That is how somebody's going to get you caught up because you constantly all doughy-eyed looking for... That's why I don't fuck with people who have those Skittle and Raindrop love readings talking about, oh, you going to reunite with your soulmate because it sets you up to fucking fail. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm pragmatic. If you constantly think that the person who's getting subconscious thoughts from, love and separation, shut the fuck up. Because truth be told, if you're constantly in that mentality where, oh, somebody's coming in, and it's about to be your soulmate, it's your twin flame, you always are going to get set up for the motherfucking okie doke because you're not using your discernment and your intuition. So what I'm telling you is that there is something positive that Spirit wants you to prepare yourself for, but they also don't want you to fall for the fake poison in the cup, the fake saviors, the manufactured cult leaders that want to get you caught up and drink the Kool-Aid. Okay. Remember Joffrey Face looking all puffed up and purple and he was choking and shit? It says your time is coming. Everything is coming together for you, but you must meet the universe halfway. Hold only a bright and happy vision of yourself with successful outcomes. And don't allow your fears or insecurities to stand in your way. So that means that your blessing is not just going to fall on your doorstep. I can't necessarily say for sure if that's true or not, but I just feel that Spirit, it's like they don't want you to fall for something that just falls in your lap. You know, the romance scams of online, the multi-level marketing MLM programs that say, oh, I see these motherfuckers on this app every morning. Every morning I open this app to get ready to post or to try to prepare my videos for the day. And what do I see? People talking about, I'm going to show you how to do this if you can earn $500 and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Squaw. The same shit. Every day. Hustling. You know, because everybody's trying to pay rent. But that's something that y'all need to remember. Everybody's trying to pay rent. Which is a metaphor for everybody's out here trying to survive. So if you get caught up and drink the Kool-Aid of someone who could literally have metaphorical poison in this cup, That's going to be on you. Because that's why Spirit is saying they want you to meet them halfway. Don't be answering none of these advertisements or people who jump in your DMs scamming and shit. If you ever see my channel jump in your DMs talking about, I read your energy and I believe that this is happening, I'm never going to solicit you for no motherfucking reading. The most that I'm going to do is say, hey, check the link in my bio. If you want a book, you book. I'm never going to come to you and be like, oh, you want to read it for $25. A lot of people get scammed like that. And I feel like people have been scammed like that on my platforms. That's what could have ruined my reputation as well. It's just a lot of shit that I can't control, that I just got to let it go and let God. So what I'm telling you is that if you went out for a job and you put in your application, you submitted your resume, you started to investigate something and you started to put feelers out there because you wanted an opportunity. You actually looked into something and you took the first steps to get whatever that is that you want to get. That's different from somebody just randomly approaching you, knocking on your door, trying to sell you a raggedy ass vacuum. Okay? Now, at the back, finally, if you didn't get something you really wanted at this time, if you feel stuck or you feel like things are not going according to your plans, know that something bigger and better is coming. It's something filled with divine magic that couldn't come into your life if you were to receive what you are asking for now. Which means rejection is protection. So relax. Calm down a little bit, slow down a little bit, allow yourself to decompress and do whatever it is that you need to do to figure out a clear path forward. Because I feel like as long as you take steps in any direction, you're going to be good. As long as you take steps towards improvement, you're going to be good. As long as you make effort, you're going to be good. Even if you don't get to the finish line tomorrow. Just start. Okay? That's what Spirit wants you to know. Thank you, A Chosen One, for following me. I'm finna go, y'all, because I'm tired. I got to take my son to a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I'm tired. Okay, I'm not going to answer no questions, but I really do love and appreciate all of you guys. If you did not follow me already, be sure to do so. Check the link in my bio if you want to get full-length readings like this. I have over 2,000 videos on my Pisces Network channel on YouTube, and I have almost the same on the Nutcase Network if you want to check out your other signs. All of the December 2025 tarot readings for all signs have been posted to the Nutcase Network. Well, I finished all of them. The last three, which is Capricorn, the last three, which is Aquarius, Pisces, and a bonus for Gemini, is going to be posted tomorrow. So if you want to see my archive of videos, I have years worth of videos that you can watch. Just pick on the one with the numbers or the title or the time that you feel like aligns best with you. If you want to get a personal reading, that link is also in my bio as well, you guys, so you can book a personal with me. And I'll see you guys next time. I love and appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for all of the gifts, all of the support, all the love, all the follows, you guys, during this live. Y'all are always amazing, and you show me so much love over here, which is something that I'm not used to, but I am very grateful of. So I appreciate that, and I hope you guys enjoy your evening and the rest of your week, okay? I'll see y'all next time. Kisses. Love you, stanky pools. Bye.